Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
You're gonna tell them what makeup look.
Oh yes, so today we done like a copperish look for you guys.
So to get started guys, I'm just doing the usual skin prep. Guys, I have a really bad chesty cold, so I'm literally gonna sound like I'm dying throughout this voiceover. But I couldn't do a voiceover for my last video because I was away on holiday, so I just kind of felt like I had to do one for this video. So bear with me guys. I'm just going to moisturize her skin and I'm going to mattify using my Becca primer, like the usual stuff I always do. So next we're going to move on to the brows, and I'm using my newly found love, my NYX Micro Brow pencil, which I said in my last video, I think I said it's more or less a dupe for the APH1. I'm going to be using this alongside the Mabrook brow pencil. Really love this brow pencil. It's the only like non-twist up brow pencil that I actually use in my kit. So I'm going to use both, and I think they're both, no, the next one is in chocolate and this one is in dark brown. And once I'm done filling in the brows, I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC45 and NC50. I'm going to use NC50 for the outer and inner corner, and I'm going to use NC45 right underneath the arc just to make the brow appear higher. So once I'm done buffing the concealer around the brows into place, I'm going to go back onto the face, and I'm using my Gleam Body Radiance in Melanie Mills in, I think it was bronze gold, and I'm just going to apply this to the high points of her face, basically the points where we highlight. I'm going to buff that in using the foundation brush, and I'm going to mix some of that body radiance with the AJ Crimson Dual Skin Foundation in number 5, and I'm just going to apply this all over her face and buff it into the skin. Next, I'm going to be taking my Glam Gladys Beauty Blender to just buff the foundation into the skin for her. If you're living in Ireland, you need to copy yourself this beauty blender. It is so soft and it is just amazing on the skin. I'm going to leave the link on how you can purchase it down below. So to highlight, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, and I'm just going to apply this to the areas of the face where we want to highlight. I'm going to buff that in using the same beauty blender. And once that's done, I'm going to be using my Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer, which is slightly brighter, and I'm just going to place this right underneath the eyes. And what it does is basically just kind of bring more like, it just makes the eye area brighter. It's a new technique that I found on YouTube that I've kind of been using, which is applying a slightly lighter concealer under the eyes. And then I'm going to be setting it into place using my Mercier Transcluscent setting powder. So once we're done setting the highlighted areas, I'm going to be using my MAC Miniralise Skin Finish Natural in Dark, and I'm going to be using this to set the rest of her face. To contour, I'm going to be using my ABH contour powder in Copper Brown. I'm going to use this all around her face just to bring some warmth and some dimension back into the face. And also I find that this contour powders are actually more like bronzy. They're very warm, so I love them for that. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to be using Cinnamon, which is the shade before the Copper Brown, around the nose. I always like to use a slightly lighter shade around the nose area so the contour is not too harsh. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go back in with the Mercier Transcluscent powder I used earlier on to bake the areas of the face that we want to bake. And now we can move on to, reverse contour. So I'm going to reverse contour with this, the same face powder that I used. Now we can move on to the eyes. So most of the shadows I use for this eye look is from the Morphe 350 palette. They don't have names. The shadows don't have names. So you guys can just kind of see the shades that I pick and choose from. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys watch the eye area and actually try and catch my breath. So you guys can kind of see how I started off with the very like light peachy color, then I went on to like a slightly orangey color, then I went on to this deep copperish color. So I just kind of placed the color one after the other, and then I'm going to use the MAC eyeshadow in brown script for the outer corner just to like warm things up. Like this eye look is extremely warm, so there was no like dark shadows as such. We just kind of kept it very soft and warm, and I'm just blending everything into place. And then I decided to use like a tad bit of glitter liner from e.l.f. in the cut crease area that we kind of did. Then I'm going to line our eyes with my Inglot gel liner in number 77, and I'm going to smudge this out using my MAC eyeshadow in Carbon and Brownie. So I decided to do like the old foxy eyeliner look. And then I'm going to buff some of that brown script on the lower lash line. I decided to apply the glitter liner, I don't know why, and I just dusted off the excess powder on the face. And now we're going to go on to blush and highlighter.
Perfect.
So once I'm done with, blushing up the skin and glowing up the skin, I'm going to pop on the lashes, and then I'm going to go into the lips, and I'm using my favorite lip liner ever, which is MAC Chestnut. I'm going to use this to slightly over outline her lips, and then I'm going to fill in her lips using my OCC Lip Tart in Lament, and this is one of my favorite colors. I actually love using this color in bright especially. And I'm just going to blend. And I think after this, I ended up using my Kiko lip gloss, either in 02 or 03, but you guys are going to see it on the screen.
Perfect.
So back onto the eyes, we're just going to pop on some mascara, and we're pretty much done with this makeup tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
I ain't trying to hurt babies right now, so we fuck with a girl, but I gotta rob it.